Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's session, we are going to cover three transformation. One is union all, second is merge, third is merge join transformation. So all these three transformation is quite looks very similar in SSIS, but they have a quite different meanings. So that is why I decided to cover all these three transformation in one session, and I will create a project, use these three transformation, and so that you will get a clear and crisp idea or of these three transformations, that in which situation what transformation we need to use. So let's get started with the union or transformation. So let me remove this merge and merge join as of now. So our first project will be union. So before getting started creating a new project and use the union or transformation, first we'll discuss what it is all about. Union all is basically joins the data from two input sources and two or more input sources and dump into the destination. So if you have a requirement to join the data from multiple data sources and dump into the single destination table, then you can use your union or transformation. Now the very first thing that we can have more than one, so more than one input sources. Okay, and this input sources, number two point that you need to consider that these two input sources could be same. Okay, could be same or different. Let me pull this annotation here a little bit. Could be same type or same type, you can say, or heterogeneous. When I say heterogeneous, it means that one input source could be a flat file, okay, and another input source could be a OLEDB. So that means that means heterogeneous input sources. Okay, now let's create a project and use the union all. So I have created one package here. Let me rename this as a union all. So I'm going to create a demo for the union all. Yes, click to yes to all. Now for that we have to drag data flow task. Okay, and then double click on it to configure it. Now I wanted to join the data from multiple data sources to a single destination table. So let me show you the file which I have. Okay, let me go to the my location where I have the files available. So if you see, I have this file employee data comma separated. If I open it, I have three records. Okay, and the column is ID, first name, last name, and city. Okay, three records and four columns in this table, and this is the txt, this is flat file txt document. Now I have a tab delimited file as well. In this, if you see, I have three records, the same column. Okay, same four columns and three records. I have a null value as well for this specific row. Okay, then I have this employee data source. So I'll show you. So I'm going to do, I'm going to join the data what I have available in comma separated file, what I have available in tab delimited, and what I have in Excel sheet, and I have one more source table. So four input call sources uh, I'm trying to union all, join the data from all these four sources, and then we'll dump into the destination table. So let me open the Excel sheet and I'll show you how many rows and which column names we have. So basically, the column name could be a different. Okay, but the number of columns, the metadata of the column should be the same. Okay, so this is a constraint. So if you see the four columns, we have a four columns here also, and I have this record. So let me delete this two records which is not required as of now. So I have these two records here. Let me close this, and what is my destination table, and there is one more source also here. So let me so I have one table, employee data 1. So that is ID, first name, last name, and address. Okay, if you see the destination table, this is my this would be my destination table, employee data 1. Okay, and there is one more table. So if you see, this last column is address. Okay, all other sources which I have shown uh, in this, we have ID, first name, last name, and city, and this is address. Okay, and now we have one more table, employee data. So here also I have ID, first name, last name, and city. Okay, I do not have any record in this table. So let me do one thing. Let me insert this record as well, few of the record in this table. To save time, I'm going to insert only one record in this table. Okay, last name, then city, and what the value we want. So let me give like 15 is the ID, and Steve, let's see, name is Steve. Okay, and Steve Howard, let's say, and the location would be, let's say, USA. Okay, city is like USA. This is a country. Let's that doesn't matter. So let me go ahead and add one row here. So what happened, the one row is here. So what we are going to do, will browse, so we need to configure all the sources. Okay, so we'll go to sources tab. Okay, drag the flat file source, then drag one more flat file source, drag excel source, and drag OLEDB source, because we are going to combine the data from all these three different sources. So if you want, you can drag to for homogeneous example, you can take the two flat file sources. This if you wanted to two OLEDB sources, but I am trying here the heterogeneous sources. So let me configure this flat file. Okay, so the very first is comma separated file from which I wanted to pull the data. So let me browse that particular file, locate that file. This is the comma separated file. Okay, go to the columns and see these are the columns. Okay, and everything is fine here. Go to here, click on OK, click on OK, then it has been configured. Okay, now if you wanted to rename, you can rename it as a connection, and like comma separated, you can give the nicer name so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now configure the second source. Okay, that is a tab delimited file. So browse the tab delimited file. This is the tab delimited file. If you go to the columns, you can see three records is there. This is fine, and there is an option. You see there is a blank here. If you wanted to handle, if you want to handle this blank file, so you can do one thing. What, click on OK, and you can check this retain null value from the source as a null value in the data flow. So I wanted to retain that blank space as a null value, so click on OK. So this has also been configured. Let me rename a nicer name to this connection manager, so that this is tab delimited file connection manager. Now excel source, double click here, locate the excel file where your file is present. This is the location, click on OK. See, drag the excel sheet. So I have in my excel workbook, I have only one sheet. Just try to preview the data, what the data we have. Okay, we got the data, which is very good. Now click on the columns, everything seems fine. So we do not need to rename this, because it is saying, it is clearly visible that it is a excel connection manager. Now double click on the OLEDB source, click on new button to configure. So I have already a connection manager which is connected to the sample DB. Okay, so click on OK. Now that table I needed to configure, from which I needed to load the data. So employee data, in which I have recently added a one new record. Click on preview. See, only Steve Howard from USA, it has been added. Click on OK, click on OK. So all the four sources is configured. Now we needed to join this data from all the sources. Okay, so for that we have a union on. If you have just expand the call common category and search for the union all. We have a union all here. Okay, try to drag here, connect each of the sources with a union all transformation. Okay, then ODB source. Now click on union all editor. If you see here, this is the final output column which is given by the union all transformation. Now union all input 1 says that the input from the flat file source 1 comma separated. Input all 2 says the input from the tab delimited file. Okay, all the columns is readable. Now if you scroll to the horizontal side, okay, input number 3 and 4, it is not recognized by the union all. So let's see and try to map it. So if as soon as I try to map it, I got one error. What this error is saying, that error at the data flow union all metadata for the union all input column id does not match with the metadata of associated column id. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that the metadata is somewhere, the metadata of the id column in these two inputs sources is not matching with the id column in the third input. Okay, so let's check for the other columns. So other columns also we have the issue. Check for the third column. Third column also has the same error. Check for the city column also have the same error. Okay, let's check in the fourth. Okay, input 4 also have a issue. Let's check this is no error here, last name. Okay, so the problem is in the third excel source columns metadata, and in fourth input source we have a problem with the id column. So let's close this, cancel it. Okay, and let's check the metadata. So how you can check the metadata? You just click select the pipe. Okay, select the precedence constraint, click on added. When you click on edit, there is an option here, metadata. Just select what metadata of the columns for this flat file connection. If you see, id is dd str, first name, everything is string type. Okay, if you check the first one, click on added, you see metadata, everything is str. Hmm? Okay, now one thing to remember, whenever you do think whenever you wanted to join the data and dump into the destination table, very first step is just check the data structure of the destination table. Okay, so in this case, what is our destination table? This is let me drag the OLEDB destination here. Okay, and let me configure the destination. Employee data 1 existing, so there is no code column in this case. If you see, destination column is integer type. If you see destination column, the id is 4 bytes signed integer. First name should be my string of length 50 character. L name, last name would be my string of 50 character, and then address would be my string of 50 character. So what is actually expected from all the input sources is that all the input sources would have 4 columns. First id column would be of integer data type, and all the rest 3 columns would be string data type of 50 character. So let's go ahead and we check that in this here flat size source. If you see, go to the columns, we have output columns. If you see, it is string, so that is going to give us a error. So we need to fix this up. So how we can fix this up? Go to the connection manager, go to the advanced property. Okay, this is the connection manager of for this flat file source. If you see id string, so go here and change the data type of the id column, which is 4 byte signed integer. Okay, go to the first name and check string. This is fine. Last name is also string, city is also string, so this is fine. Okay, now we are going to get this warning letter because we have just changed the data type of one of the columns in the connection manager. So you have to rename, you have to remap. Okay, see, the metadata of the following does not match. So yes, I wanted to replace the metadata, so click on yes. Okay, go to the columns. Now see, it has changed to the 4 byte signed integer. Click on ok. Now this warning letter has been changed. So if you go the metadata and check for the flat file source, so now it has been changed. id is ddI4, which is nothing but a 4 signed integer, then rest is string. Rest column is string data type. Similarly, we need to do the same for the tab delimited connection string. Okay, go to the advanced, do the same thing here. 4 byte signed integer. Okay, check rest columns. Rest column is fine. We got the warning sign. Change the metadata. Okay, go to the columns, recheck. This is fine. Now click on ok. So all these two sources now is been done. Now go to the excel source. Okay, double click here, go to the output. If you see here, so here this is double precision. Okay, first name is unicode, last name is unicode, and if you see, the city is also a unicode. So if you, for the excel connection manager, we will not be able to do the change of the data type from the connection manager. For what in this case, what we can do, we can use the data conversion. Okay, so we have a data conversion transformation here. Okay, okay, so this is, let me delete this pipe. Okay, let me delete this pipe because we are going to add the data conversion. We need to convert the data, okay, for the Excel sheets. Okay, let me drag the data conversion over here. Okay, connect this, and after data conversion we are going to connect with the union all. But before that, just select this id all columns. We need to change the data type of all the columns. For this id, the output column will be a copy of id, and instead of double precision, what we need to do, we need to 4 byte sign integer. Okay, and first name would be changed to by default everything in the excel is unicode, so we need to convert to the string. Okay, so we need to convert to string. Just do it. And the length, if you see, is 255, which is by default from the excel. So we wanted to change it as a 50, which is our destination, which is actually expected. Okay, so this is expected in our destination column table, destination table. So this is fine. Now the column, now we, instead of mapping this id first name last name, because we have this copy of id, copy of first name last name, copy of city, we need to map these columns. Okay, because this data type is being changed. Okay, and we have got the new columns with the correct data type. So what we need to do, instead of uh, go to union all, and if you see here in the, so this union 4, okay, this is the union 4. So just id is, okay, it has been changed. So this is union 5 actually. Okay, and if you, here you can see id, we have a copy of id, column does not match the metadata. Okay, so let me do this. Let me change OLEDB source as well. Let's see the metadata for this, the fourth one, DTS. So this is fine. See, this is fine, very much fine. Okay, now delete this, and what will happen, just change, check the metadata of after the data conversion. What is the metadata? So let's see. Yes, here copy of id is dt4, copy of first name is dtstr, copy of last name is dtstr. Everything is correct here. Now what I'm going to do, let me delete let me open this one. Okay, union all. And here if you see union all input 4, so here this is break 1 2 3 4 and 5. So what we can do, instead of rename it, what we can do, we can delete everything, because now the data is correct. So what we can do, just delete all this, and again connect this source. Okay, and from the data conversion, just do here, and from source OLEDB source to union all. Now double click here. If you see here 3 4 1 2 4. Okay, so if you see this id, union all input all column id does not match the data. So what we can do, again we need to check the metadata for each of the sources. ID first name last name 50/50, which is fine. Then check the metadata here. So that is the only tricky part when you use the union all transformation. Okay, first name last name city, this is also fine. After the data conversion, what has happened, we have the different columns, right? Here we have id first name last name, but we have to map with copy of id, copy of first name, copy of second name, oh sorry, last name and city. So these are the columns. Then we have a OLEDB source. Check the metadata here, go to the check, this is also fine. Okay, so now we'll do one thing. Let drag the union all again, go to the transform. Where is the union all? This is common. Under the common properties, under the common tab, we will get the union all at the end. Okay, and now let's connect all the sources one by one. So if I connect here, if you see union all input 1, this has been connected. Now if I connect this 2, I'll get this union all input 2, which is already mapped. Then when I connect this third one, open it, and if you're here, because we have multiple columns here, so we need to rename, we need to map. Okay, copy of id and first name. Okay, this time copy of last name and copy of city. So all the is been mapped. Now mapped the fourth one. Okay, now open the union all again and see all the columns is there. So two columns are not mapped, so click on first name and click on second name. So this is now everything is fine. Metadata of all the data sources is now up to date. Now join the union all to OLEDB destination, and now here you check the mapping ID first name. So ID is the 4 byte and destination column is also the 4 byte. First name if you see is string, f name in the destination is also string, this is string, address is string. See, the metadata should be should be correct. Okay, now I'm going to execute this package. Just wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, so if you see here, it got executed successfully, and 3 row from the first data source has inserted into the OLED destination, and 3 rows from the second source, 2 rows from the Excel source, and 1 row from the OLEDB source has been inserted into destination. So let's go to the SSMS, and here you can check, and everything we have inserted into the employee data one table. So let's check this table, execute. See, all the 9 rows has been inserted. Okay, but if you see here, this is not in sorted order. Okay, so this constraint, if you so this is the main difference. I mean, or we can say the union transformation does not have to be a sorted data. Okay, it allow you to combine the data from the different data sources irrespective of the data is sorted or not. Okay, so there is one more point that you can add in the data union all. So if I union all transformation, so union all transformation, you have seen that we can add, combine the data from multiple sources could be a different, could be a heterogeneous, could be a homogeneous, but the main point is the metadata of all the input sources should be the same. Okay, the data type of all the columns which is available in different sources should be same. So let's this is all about the union all. Okay, and when I talk about the merge, so let's create a new package and rename this as a merge transformation. Click yes to all. So merge is basically, number first point you can say is join the data to input data sets, or to input join the data from only two data sets or data sources. Okay, so there is a constraint in the merge. You cannot, as the union do, you cannot join the data from the more than two data sets. Okay, this is the first condition. Second condition is that you need to have the sorted input data sources. Okay, data should be sorted. So it is ideal if you have a input, if you have a sorted data available in both the input data sources, then it is fine, it will give a good performance. Just in case if you do not have a sorted data in both the input data sources, then it is recommended to sort the data first. Okay, either in ascending order or descending order, and then join the data. Okay, with the help of merge transformation, and then it will insert into the destination. So okay, so let's go to the practical demo. So I'm dragging here the data flow task. So what I'm going to do, let me truncate the same table. Okay, so for every case, I'm going to use the same table so that you can correlate the difference between these three transformation. Okay, so I'm going to truncate this table, and for merge transformation demo, I'm going to use the two data sets or two data sources. One is comma separated and second is XML source. Okay, so let me XML, for XML I need to use the data conversion, which is fine. Okay, so let me in data source we need to select the data source first. Okay, and here is the Excel source, one is the Excel source and one is the flat file source. Let's see if I'll tell you if I drag the third data source as well. Okay, and then I use in the common category I'll use the merge. Okay, and then what I need is go to the destination, and in destination category, in which table, in the SQL table I wanted to do, insert the data. So I use the OLEDB destination. So every task which I needed in the data flow, I have dragged it. So let's start configuring each one by one. Let me go to the flat file, click on new button and locate the file from which I needed to load the data. Comma separated file here. Click on column, go to advanced. As we know in the previous session that the first column is it should be a 4 byte sign integer. So let's change it. Rest columns are perfectly fine. So click on OK. It has been confirmed. Just in case if we have a null value we wanted to retain, so take on this checkbox, click on OK. This is confirmed, this is configured. Now click on Excel source, go to that location and locate your file. Uh, this is located here, connected columns. If you see, go to the columns, select a table. Okay, sorry, I needed to select the Excel sheet table. So this is the table. Let's preview the data. We have two rows in this Excel sheet. Go to the columns. In columns, if you see, all the four columns has been added. But you know, in Excel sheet everything is Unicode, so we needed to convert it as well. Okay, so for that we have a data conversion. So let me go again to the common category and drag the data conversion component here. Okay, connect the data source, Excel source, and select all the columns, input columns from the Excel. And if you see, uh, the last is city is also been done. So here the data type I needed to change as per my destination. 4 byte signed, it should be a string, it should be a string, and this should be a string. The length would be 50. Okay, so there is no harm to keep the 255, but the thing is you will get a warning that just in case in the source file you have more than 50 character, then it would be a truncated. Okay, now this has been done. So let me drag this file and merge, join it to the merge. So whenever I'll try to join my input source to the merge, so I'll get this option merge input 1 and merge input 2. If you see here, I'm not getting third option, so that means a merge will not allow to join the data from more than two data sets. Okay, so only two input it is allowing, merge input 1 and input 2. So let me take this flat file, the data what I'm getting from the flat file, as a input 1. So click on OK. Now data conversion and add this. Now still if I wanted to add this, it will give us an error that all the input, all the available input on the target columns are connected to the outputs. Okay, so close this. So there is no need of adding a third component here. So two input is sufficient, or this is mandated. Actually we cannot add it, as I have just shown you. Now check the metadata before, click on add it. Okay, and see the metadata dt I4 and everything, rest columns, three columns is str. Okay, now select this pipeline or precedence constraint, click on added, go to the metadata and check for copy of id. This columns we are going to map. Copy of column id is dti4, okay, which is 4 byte signed integer, and rest three columns is str, so string. Okay, this is fine. Now double click on the merge, have short key options. Okay, so I forgot to say that yes, we need to sort the data as well. Okay, before doing it, so what we are going to do, because the data is not sorted. Okay, so that we need to do. So let me delete this connectors here. Okay, I want this data to be sorted. Okay, if I try to do it as union, so what it is giving me a error that you need to do the sorting, because if your data is already sorted in the file, then it will not give an error, because my data in this input sources are not sorted. So we have a short component here. So let me drag this short component. Okay, one for the flat file source and one for the Excel source. So let me drag this a little bit lower down so that it will be easy for you guys to see. Let me connect this flat file source, open this short. So I wanted to short on the basis of id, then first name would be in second order, last name would be in third order, and city would be in fourth order. If you see this ordering means the data should be sorted on the basis of ID values first, then first name, then last name, and then city. Okay, so this has been done. And then once the data is sorted, I would like to add it to in merge component. Okay, now data conversion is connected to the short one. Now here, instead of ID first name last name, because we have already converted the data, what we are more interested of this copy of ID, copy of column, copy of last name, and copy of city. So I wanted to sort the data on the basis of copy of ID, copy of first name. Okay, this is the sequence of the ordering. So this is done. Click on OK. Now add this, connect to the merge. And before that, let me delete this, because sometimes the metadata, it becomes a difficult to do. Okay, to check everything is fine or not. So it's better to have create a new merge. So this is the first input, and this would be treated as a second input. Okay, now connect the merge with the OLE destination. Now click on the merge. If you see here, merge input first, this has been done, but because in merge input second we have converted the data type also, so that is why we are giving the ignore, and we need to map we need to remap all the columns manually. So copy of ID, copy of first name, copy of last name, and then city is copy of city. So if you see the short key is also you can see here, this is showing that the data will be sorted on the basis of this sequence. Okay, 1 2 3 4. So click on OK. So see, the red icon has gone, so that means there is no error as of now. Now if you double click here in OLEDB destination, so okay, this has not been configured, due to which I was getting error. So click on here, and on which data table we wanted to dump this data. So this is employee table. So let's see if we have any record. We do not have any record in this table, which is fine. And then this is mapping. If you see input column, if you see here, so we need to add first name, last name, and city. Okay, and you can check at the last tab, you can check the metadata of all the columns. Okay, this is fine, it seems fine. String, and first name is also a string, and length 50 string, and this is string, and whatever the output is also the correct one. Now click on OK. So this red icon has also been gone. So let me go ahead and execute. I'll show you how the data from the two data sets, sorted data, would be inserted into this table. So this way you can use your merge transformation. Okay, if you have a requirement that you need to join that only two input data sets, okay, then go with a merge. And if you have a requirement of loading the data from multiple input data sources, then go with a union all transformation. So you see, 3 rows from the flat file and 2 rows from the Excel will be inserted into destination table. So go here, okay, and check your table, execute. All the 5 table is been inserted. Okay, very good. Now the third is merge join transformation. So what is the difference between merge and merge join? So basically, if you have worked in a SQL, okay, we have inner join, outer join, and left join, out, okay, cell join. So these are the similarly we have a merge join. So in this case, as you have seen, that we do not have applied any condition, we have simply merged the data whatever we got from two data sets. Merge join is also the same, will do the same thing. It will merge from the two data sets only, and it also require the sorted data in both the input data sets. And the third condition is that it will join the data on the basis of condition, okay, on the basis of matching key. So let me create a new project of a merge join. Right click, let me rename it as a merge join. Click on OK. Drag and drop the data flow task. Okay, double click to reconfigure. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to merge the data on the basis of matching key. So let me go here, let me go ahead. I have this comma separated file in which I have 3 records. Okay, let me copy these 2 records. and let me open this Excel source. In Excel source, let me add these two columns so that when we use the merge join, we will give this matching key ID, and only if the matching key will be available in both the input column input data sets, then only the data would be merged. Okay, so one is, so let me type here. I need to type just, let's say we have this. Okay, and second is, and if you see whatever, what is Hyderabad is the city for the user Ravi. Okay, Hyderabad. Okay, this is fine. Now let's save the Excel sheet. Close this, close your comma separated file, go to your package and drag your source. Okay, okay, transformation is already there, so let's drag some merge join here. Okay, and Excel source and flat file source, and what is the destination is OLEDB destination. So I have drag all the tasks which is required. Okay, and we want sort as well, because we are dealing with the merge join. So because our data is not sorted in the file itself, so we can, you know, we need to sort this as well. And we talk about the Excel. Okay, so that's why Excel we have a Unicode characters everywhere, so we need to change it as well. For that we need the data conversion, as simple as we have done in the merge. Okay, so let me do it quickly, so to save some time here. Retain the null value if we do not have any null value, but still if you have, you can use it. So give the sequence of ordering. Okay, this is done. Then we have Excel source, configure the Excel source, give the location of your file. Okay, and before and select your sheet, and here we have four records. Go to columns, everything seems fine, and we need to change the data type of the column. So double click on the data type, select all columns, because the data types of all the columns is not up to the destination table. Okay, so we need to do the change here, string, and here we have 50 length, and also here we need to do the 50 length. Click on OK, and we need to sort the data as well. So let's drag here, double click here, instead of ID first name original, whatever the converted columns, we needed to give the sequence of we need to give the sequence on the to the converted column. Okay, there is one more option, remove rows with the duplicate short values. If you have a same rows in the both column, both row, input data set, so you can do, you can check this and it will remove the duplicate records. Now join the short with the, now if you see here, merge join left input. Okay, this will be your left input and this short will be your right input. Now let's double click on the merge join and it will open an editor here. So this editor is little bit different from the editor, what from the editor from the merge editor. So this is merge join editor, we got this join type. Okay, in merge transformation editor we were not getting any join type. Okay, here we are getting this, so that means this is nothing but a like inner join, outer join, left outer join. So first we can check the inner join. We wanted to get the fetch the data only on the basis of matching key. So if you here if you see, everything is join. Let me expand it a little bit. Let me expand this column. So this column is a joining it key. So on which column you wanted to join? So let me select this column. Okay, one second. So these are the joining key. Okay, so let me select, like I wanted to have uh, one second. These are the columns which I wanted to show in my files. Okay, and this is the matching key. One second, what is the copy of id? Sorry, this. Let me drag this, and id is mapped with a copy of id. Okay, first name is mapped to the copy of first name, and last name is mapped with a copy of last name, and city is mapped with a copy of city. So this way all the columns are mapped, and on the basis of join key, on the basis of this joining key. Okay, so do you want to delete the join between the columns with the absolute value of their short order in the range from 1 to 4? Okay, so I wanted to delete, and I wanted to add, all these columns, and I wanted only this as a join key. I don't want all the key as a joining key. So I wanted, on the basis of id column, it checks whether the column is same or not, and if the column is same, then drag the record from this table. Okay, from this table, so all this column from the excel source. Click on ok. So this is done. Now add your merge join here and configure your table on which you are going to insert the data, which is the same, that is employee data 1. Here view existing. Okay, we already have a record in this employee data table, so let's go ahead and truncate this table so that we can see the effect of the merge join transformation. Go ahead and truncate this table. Now go and check the existing data. We do not have any existing data. Go to mapping. So input column, if you see here, is the copy of id, which is the output of merge. Okay, so let me map all these columns. Click on ok. So see, all the red icon has gone here. So if you wanted to see the data on the go or on the runtime, so you can enable your data viewer. Now execute this package and wait for a couple of seconds. It will be executed. So the main difference between merge and merge join is that both will merge the data from two input set, but merge, when we talk about the merge join, it will merge the data on the basis of condition, on the basis of matching keys between the two inputs. So if you see here, merge join, so only two records. Okay, excel sheet, in the excel sheet we have four records. If you see here, four records is flowing down from the excel to this merge join, but in the merge join it has checked the matching key. Okay, so total we had 7 rows, but out of 7 rows we got only two records which is available in both side. Okay, on the left hand side, on the right hand side. That is why it has provided only 2 rows to the OLDB destination. Okay, click on close, and only 2 rows will be inserted into destination. So let's go to this table and see. Execute only 2 rows, which is common in the both. Okay, because we have added the inner join. If you wanted to use the left outer join, you can do it as well. And what will happen in left outer join, as it will loaded all the data from the left table. Okay, from the left table, irrespective of your matching keys matched or not. Okay, if you use the right outer join, okay, if you use the right origin, let me show you that option again. Once again, go to merge join. So if here we have selected the inner join, if you select the left outer join, so what it will do, it will give all the results from the left table. Okay, irrespective of your matching key is matched or not. Okay, and the left, if you use the full outer join, so it will give the record from all the from both the tables. Okay, irrespective of your matching key is matched or not. So I hope you guys will be able to understand. If interviewer or somebody will ask you what is the difference between union all, merge and merge join, so you can say that union all will join the data from multiple data sources. Data sources could be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Okay, and there is no need to sort the data. For union all, for merge, it is only it will join the data from the two sorted input data sets. Okay, the data sets or the data source could be heterogeneous, and merge join is the same as a merge. Merge join is works similar as a merge. That means it will also takes the data from the two input data sets which is sorted, but the thing is that it will pick the data only on the basis of the matching keys. So I hope you guys have now have a clear idea. Hope you guys like the video. Thank you and have a nice day.